We're starting with breaking news. Chicago police have a man in custody tonight after a report of a kidnapping in the South Shore neighborhood. Happened in the 7600 block of South Coles around 5:30. Officers say they saw the man on a balcony near the girl when they arrived. The Chicago Fire Department says a 7-year-old girl was taken into Comer's Children's Hospital in stable condition. Developing tonight, one of two brothers facing charges tonight after police found their sister and mother buried in their southwest suburban backyard. One man has already been charged with covering up those deaths.
WGN's Brona Tumulty is live in Lyons tonight with the very latest. Brona.
Good evening, guys. 47-year-old Michael Lelko is now facing 2 counts of concealment of a death. His brother has yet to be charged, but he is in police custody. The 2 bodies that were dug up in August are that of Michael's mother, Jean, and his sister, Jennifer. Jean is believed to have died sometime in 2015, Jennifer sometime in 2019, but exactly when and how they passed is a mystery. 47-year-old Michael Lelko is now facing felony charges after allegedly concealing the deaths of both his mother Jean and his sister Jennifer.
And it was brutal.
Lyons Chief of Police Thomas Herrion is talking about the house he walked into last August at 3950 South Centre Street, where the residents were reportedly without water for over a year. That's when he met Michael and his younger brother.
They verified that they had not had running water in the house.
But there was a lot more going on than a lack of water.
It turned into a hoarding type situation in that residence where the house was not compatible to living.
We're told the home was packed to the gills with various items, including bottles of urine and boxes of toys. But then came word of an unusual confession.
Michael Lelko indicated that in 2015 his mother had passed and that he had buried his mother in the backyard of his residence. And that in 2019 his sister had passed and they had subsequently then buried their sister in the backyard of the same residence.
Michael, after a hospital evaluation, even spoke out.
We are going to peacefully surrender to the Chicago FBI.
Before the remains of 2 bodies stored in big plastic containers were indeed dug up in the backyard, but it's taken months to ID them.
We had a private lab do DNA tests on the mother and the sister to compare them to John and Michael. It was determined that it was the mother and it was the sister.
Their causes of death, though, remain inconclusive, and there's another twist in this sordid tale.
For the last 6 years, they were cashing checks to their benefit through the Social Security Administration that they know would have stopped if the mother was reported dead. So that was not done.
Police say Michael was cashing his mother's Social Security checks for years, to the tune of an estimated $70,000.
We have him on video in the bank going through that practice.
He's expected to also face federal charges on that front, but charges are still pending against his brother, who for now remains in police custody.
If there's further charges, he will be charged and sent to the Cook County Jail by tomorrow morning.
Now, we did ask where the 2 brothers have been staying for the last 7 months or so. We're told that a private organisation have been putting them up here in the township until they were both taken into custody this morning. Social Security investigators have been meeting with them, or are set to meet with them, and further charges could come on that front, at least for Michael. If charges are not filed against the younger brother in any capacity, he is set to be released sometime on Saturday, and it will be up to that private organisation on whether they continue to put a roof over his head. We're live in Lyons, Brona Tumulty, WGN News.
Thank you, Brona.